A big congratulations to Harry Kane on winning the Premier League Golden Boot and Playmaker Award with 23 goals and 13 assists. Harry Kane has won the Premier League Golden Boot for a third season, also 2015-16 and 2016-17, becoming only the third player to win the award as many as 3 times, after Thierry Henry, 4, and Alan Shearer, 3. Liverpool and Chelsea joined Manchester City and Manchester United in the Champions League places on the final day of the Premier League season. Meanwhile, Leicester and West Ham will be in the Europa League next season. Arsenal end in 8th place. Liverpool and Chelsea sealed qualification for next season's qualification on a dramatic final day's action in the Premier League. Aguero breaks Rooney's record for most Premier League goals scored for one club. On his final league game for Manchester City, Sergio Aguero comes on and scores twice to break Wayne Rooney's record for most Premier League goals scored for one club. Sergio Aguero, who will leave the club at the end of the season, scored his 184th Premier League goal on the final day of the season. An emotional Pep Guardiola claimed Manchester City cannot replace Sergio Aguero after their all-time top scorer played his final Premier League game for the club. The Argentine, who will leave City after 10 years in the summer when his contract ends, signed off in style with 2 goals in a 5-0 victory over Everton as he lifted his 5th Premier League trophy. Sergio Aguero's 260 goals for City make him by far and away their leading scorer, and despite allowing him to move on, Guardiola said his qualities as a player and person will be impossible to replicate in the future. Mbappe named League One Player of the Season. The forward has just 1 year left on his contract at the Parc des Princes and has been linked with a move to Real Madrid. "Everyone knows what ties me to this club," Mbappe told Canal Plus about his relationship with PSG. "I've always been thankful to the president and all my coaches. What I want to do is win. I feel like I'm somewhere where I can do that. I live for football, which is why the sporting project is essential. I like to think that the club I'm at can do things in the Champions League. I'm in talks with the club. We'll see what happens with my contract. In any case, I'm happy with the 4 exceptional years I've spent here." Bale slams Spanish press and defends Hazard. Gareth Bale may have been away from the Spanish capital of Madrid for the past season, but he certainly doesn't seem to be missing some elements of life in Spain. In an interview, he opened up on the challenges he faced as a Real Madrid player, blaming the press for treating him unfairly. "If I wanted to go out with friends or family, I'm going to end up with 20, 30 people around me and not being able to move. So you've got to find your spots in Madrid where you're not hassled very much," he told The Times. "It's difficult to do. But it's something you have to learn quickly, otherwise it does get on top of you." Bale also explained that he felt that he wasn't glamorous for some. "It probably came across to them in a way they didn't like," he said. "And I know for sure that the media in Spain were not very happy with that. But I'm not going to change for anyone. I'm not going to let the media change my life or what I do. I know I probably got a bit more stick because of that. And I accepted that." The Welshman also addressed the speculation on his level of Spanish. "I speak well enough to get by and I understand everything that's going on," Bale insisted. "The reason the press spoke about it was because I didn't speak to them. And I didn't speak to them in Spanish. So they obviously create this big drama, this big soap opera that I can't do this and I can't do that." He also spoke up in defense of Eden Hazard, who has faced similar criticism. "I've seen it," Bale said. "It was literally as if he just murdered everybody. It's a game of football at the end of the day." Bale's loan spell with Tottenham Hotspur is coming to an end, with the forward insisting that he wishes to return to Real Madrid. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola joined a live chat on Twitch with former footballers Antonio Cassano, Daniele Adani and Christian Vieri to talk about his career and highlights to date. The tactician spoke in particular about Lionel Messi and the strong impression that the forward made on him. "He's very strong, the strongest. Beyond his quality, it's his mentality, his head," Guardiola explained. "In 4 years at Barcelona, we played a lot of games in training and he didn't lose even one. If he had lost, he would have left. He has that competitive mentality that only 4 or 5 players in history have. They have something different. We all knew that Messi was the best, but then there were 6 or 7 others who were strong and others who didn't play because the others were so strong." Guardiola also spoke generally about his time at Camp Nou. They were competitive animals. I learned a lot from them. Every 3 days they wanted to win, they wanted to be better than their own teammates, he recalled. I was lucky to have the best of all time, and 7 or 8 players from the academy at the correct age, 24, 25 or 26. He also spoke about 2 other players he worked with. Sergio Busquets is very intelligent, he understands everything. He doesn't have much physical strength, but it's his intelligence, Guardiola said. If you survive 10 years at Barcelona, you have to be strong, if not they take your place. Georginio Wijnaldum admitted he had to fight back tears as he was given a guard of honor and presented with a framed picture of Liverpool's champions' wall of trophies after playing his last game for the club. The Dutchman said an emotional goodbye after helping them defeat Crystal Palace 2-0 at Anfield to secure their place in next season's Champions League. Wijnaldum is leaving Liverpool on a free transfer when his contract expires in the summer and is reported to have held positive talks about joining Bayern Munich. It's really special. The fans have sung my name. Week in, week out they saw I was giving 100% to give everything for this club, he said after the Palace match. That's what the supporters want to see and that's what they appreciate from me. It is something I'm going to miss. I'm fighting against tears right now. The people in Liverpool have shown me love during the 5 years. I will miss them, you know. I knew I went to a big club. I remember that I was sitting in the living room and the manager said when I come to Liverpool we would win prizes. I am happy it went that well. It would have been really painful to leave the club without any. We will see what I will do in the next couple of weeks. I will rest a little bit then go to the national team. I will have to look at my story and how everything went. The fans deserve to know the story behind it. Suarez confirms he'll stay at Atletico. Luis Suarez said he will remain at Atletico Madrid next season after the Uruguay forward helped them to their first league title in 7 years. The 34-year-old, who joined Diego Simeone's side on a 2-year contract in September after leaving Barcelona, ended the season as Atletico's top scorer with 21 goals. Yes, I'm sure, I'll stay, Suarez told Spanish network Movistar Plus on Sunday during Atletico's title presentation at their Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. Atletico welcomed me from the minute I arrived. I asked the club if there was room for me on the museum wall to make history at Atletico. Luis Suarez believes he was underestimated by Barcelona after being allowed to leave the new camp last summer on the back of 6 prolific seasons, and was in tears at full time on Sunday afternoon. It's tough. The situation I had to live through, the way I was looked down on, but Atletico opened the door for me, he said. According to Marca. A lot of people have suffered with me, my wife, my children. Day by day, they are the ones who have suffered the most from my many years in football. We've had a great year. Despite the difficulties, we were the most consistent team and we're the champions. Captain Sergio Ramos has been dropped from the Spain squad for Euro 2020 in a sensational call from coach Luis Enrique. Ramos is Spain's all-time appearance maker with 180 caps and is their 8th highest scorer. He started 9 out of Spain's 10 qualifying games and was the only player from the current crop who was part of the team that won Euro 2008 to end La Roja's 44-year wait for a major trophy. But he has had a campaign riddled with injuries and only made 21 appearances in all competitions for Real Madrid this term, including 15 La Liga games. When he has played, such as in Real's 2-0 defeat to Chelsea in the Champions League semi-final second leg, he has looked rusty and off the pace. Thank you for watching.